Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Ero Ps F3. I'm finally back commentating my own tier. It's been a very long while since I've been here. It's actually since the season start, but anyway, it is round 13. We are here at Imola, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. The conditions right now look a bit overcast, but I know most of the drivers don't want rain. There was rain in F4 yesterday, really mixed things up. Everyone's on the soft, so it's not raining. There's a Red Bull of Philip Miller, first out on track. And as I accidentally unplugged my mic, that's always great. But anyway, we move on. Because I'm such a goated commentator, I don't need a track map for this track. What can I say? Just professionals doing their jobs. Let's see, who will we ride on board with? Might want to do a lap with one of the Aston Martins. They are one of the both protagonists for the championship, along with Patrick Varga. Might do it. I'm going to do the lap with him. The man who is currently P2 in the standings, behind Paul Nadler or Lockig in the Aston Martin. Someone's had a spin already. That's not good. That is Pavel Dudak. So I'm not sure what to expect from these lot. I'm expecting, as ERO traditions have been going recently this season, that it's going to be a close quali. But there is 13 drivers. That's not ideally what we want to see, but still it can still cause good racing. And the clouds are looking a bit overcasty here. So maybe drivers at the back who haven't gone on a lap need to get on with it, because it may rain. I do not know the weather, but we're going to be starting a lap on board with Patrick Varga as he rounds the final corner, takes a wide exit, gets the DRS open for the long start-finish straight of the Imola circuit, the anti-clockwise circuit. Now coming into the first chicane of the Variante Tamburello, left, right, he takes it all right. That's good. Through Tamburello corner, now steaming down to the Variante Villeneuve. This corner is very tricky, easy to get wrong. All reloaded goes a bit wide. Now into the hairpin of Toza, left-hander, very tricky on the traction. If you get too much on that curb, it will spin as he takes the exit curb fully as he runs up the hill through the Peritella, left-hander. Takes it all right, carrying. Ooh, we should have invalidated there. Now down into the double right-hander Aqua Minerale. Easy to get wrong once again. There's a lot of all the corners here are very tricky, but once you get it right, it's very flowing. Now into Variante Alta. These curbs are absolutely dreadful as he takes them all right, it seems. Now coming back down the hill he goes through to the first Ravazza. Want to ideally be taking some of that inside curb, he doesn't really. Now through Ravazza number 2 as Pinzio sets a 16.0, reloaded, takes the gravel there. Now up to the line, it is a 1:15.9. Let me get the things up. Next it was a Haas. He did back out. Now it is Crystal, Ero Crystal in the Aston Martin. He is on a lap. What's it gonna be? Down to the line, it's a 1:16.0 as well. Now one of the Alfa Romeos is Banks, he's invalidated. Now Mazzi, where can he go? It's P4 with a 16.3 as Lockig goes typically 0.3 quicker than P2. This guy cannot, he just can't slow down. I don't know what's going on with him, he's just way too quick. Get him up ASAP, the reigning F3 champion of last season. He's showing here what he's about, and to go 0.3 clear of P2 is I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. To think that's the first runs of quali over. And this trademark top 4 that we've been seeing recently. Oh, Bankston's invalidated again. Might have been a double invalidation. As I don't know who to ride on board with, because I think everyone is on their in-laps. There's a McLaren of Fat Knee, because he gets a lot of oversteer on the exit at Tosa. Through Piratella he goes. He's set a lap, but he's obviously backed out of it or had made a mistake during it, so it's not his proper lap. And speaking of mistakes, he makes another one there. Running wide on Ackerman Arale now. Pavel Dudek is on a in lap as he is saving that ERS. We've got the reserve of Jakob Hasse in the Alpine. He will be the first to set round number 2 of the laps in quali. So we'll get that delta up. Reloaded 3/10 off Lockig. Same with his teammate Crystal. Then Pinzio is 4/10 off of him, and then there's a big drop to the field with Mazzi in P5. I think if the top 4 is the way it is now, they're going to run away in the race and lead the others all for dust, but I actually don't know if it's a dry race yet. Jakob Hasse is going to start his lap. I think we're going to keep it on this camera as he opens the DRS. Let's actually go on board with him, see how it is, see how the lap is looking. He avoids the curbs, interestingly, through Tamburello. It's not the quickest way through there. You do want to clip some of the curbs into Villeneuve. He goes wide. That didn't look good at all. I didn't catch the Delta split, but he hasn't set a lap, so it'll be good for him to get a time on the board. So that was a very nice lap of an Arale from him. 51.0 middle sector. Don't know if that's good or not. Through Rivatsa 1 and then Rivatsa 2. He nearly invalidates there. TRS open coming across the line. It's a 16.5. Now a Mercedes of Pushadino as he gets a bit wide. I think he's, never mind, he's starting a lap. Alpine of Pinzio sets provisional pole position with a 1:15.2, dominating the timing sheets there, as that is Edzak coming across the line to start a lap. Not too sure, as there is an Alfa Romeo of Mazzi starting a lap, and Alfa Tauri of Reloaded also starting a lap. Now comes Lockig starting a lap also. Let's ride on board with Jean Goring as he, on the Delta, he didn't look up and he peels into the pit lane. Not what you want to see from the German in the Aston Martin. Now, speaking of Germans and Aston Martins, let's move on to the other one. What can Lockig do in this first sector split? Is he purple? He's only 1/10 up, which currently isn't enough to beat Pinzio's time. What about Reloaded? Is he up on his time? He's only 1/10 up as well. Let's see, Lockig through Piratella he goes. Slamming it down with maximum traction. There is no brake boards on the left hand side, that's weird. Through Aqua Minerale there, the car is glued to the ground. Through the second sector split, it's a 50.1. He's still only 1/10 up. Is there time in the third sector? He takes Variante out of nicely, nearly invalidates there. Full throttle down to the Ravazzas. Reloaded has slowed down. Lockig through Ravazza 1, Reloaded pulls off to the left hand side, he's backed out of his lap, through Ravazza 2, Lockig goes full throttle down onto the line. Can he take provisional pole position? No, he can't. Only a 10th gap between the top two though. Let's see, I think Reloaded's going again, not on optimum. Fat Neek out of nowhere with a 15.7. What on earth is that? Wow, okay. That's caught me off guard. But Reloaded has gone off onto the gravel trap. Absolutely Alt F4ing a brake marker board, as he is in a Aston Martin sandwich. But that has really surprised me from Fat Neek. The F4 driver, former F5 driver, and now, well, showing he's worth something in Imola. Reloaded. Is he still on a lap? He goes a bit wide. Oh no, wait, he went off into gravel. I don't know what I'm talking about. Crystal is going to start a lap now. We're going to ride on board with the German in the Aston Martin. What can he do? He is currently 7/10 off the pace. This is not like him, but then again, he hasn't set a proper lap time yet. That was just his banker. Now through Tambrello. Hooks it up quite okay, keeping the minimum speed, taking the inside curve into Tambrello corner now through Variante Villeneuve. After this will be the sector 1 split. We'll see if he's up on his time. Looks pretty clean so far. He is 2/10 up. That's still good through toes. A little lock up on the front left. Keeps it full throttle. That was a nice traction zone from him. Now to Piratella. Taking the curve very nicely. Full throttle. Beautiful. Through Aqua Minerale, easy to make a mistake here, but he doesn't. Very nice to see. Through the second sector split, it is a 50.1, nearly 3/10 up through Variante Alta. A little hesitation on turning in, that might have caused him some time as he did miss the second apex. Through the Ravazzas now, through Ravazza 1. Taking a bit of the inside curve beautifully there now through Ravazza 2, easy to spin the car. He doesn't. Full throttle now down to the line. DRS open. Where can Crystal go? It's P3. Okay, this grid is forming up very nicely indeed. As Mazzy is starting a lap, this top 3 is looking very close. Very, very nice to see. Now Mazzy on a lap. Let's see, through toes up. Yeah, beautiful Alfa Romeo livery. I think this current year's one, or the one in F123, is going to be, well, definitely going to be better than this. Not much car liveries changed, however, which is quite disappointing to see, but it is what it is. Only 3 minutes left in qualifying. As we have 11 viewers. That was very nice to see. Welcome to the stream. Sit back, relax. The race is going to start. It's going to be an entertaining one, I can guarantee you that. Mazzy coming across the line now. Currently P8. Where can he go? Stays P8. Well, I mean, the grid is very close so far. I mean, apart from the the anomaly of Fat Neek, I don't know what he's doing here, but you know what, hats off to him. Fair play. I'm trying to find, here's who I'm trying to find, reloaded. Gonna start the lap now. Currently in P6, this is not where he wants to be. But starting what should be his final lap, as he's very close to the inside pit wall now. Through Variante Tamburello. Oh, okay, don't know what to make of that, we'll see at the sector split. Could have been better. Now through Villeneuve, left, right. He is 2/10 up, however. That currently is not enough. Through Toza in third gear, normally fourth, but depending on the driver's assists, of course. Through Piratella, not much inside Apex as he wanted to. Edzak has retired in the pits. It looks like his reloaded car was feeling a bit loose on the exit there. His middle sector split is a 50.2. He is 4/10 up. This is looking good. Through Variante Alta, taking the apexes beautifully, and the exit one all in third gear. Foot is flat to the floor, down into the Ravazzas. Can he gain time in the final two corners? Through Ravazza 1, takes it nicely out on the exit apex. Through Ravazza 2, foot is flat again, taking all of the exit curb. What's it going to be for Patrick Varga? It's P4. P4, okay, he's not, I don't think he's going to like that, but it's incredibly close between the top four now. Fat Neek has gone off track while he was 2/10 up. He's facing the wrong way. There we go, get it turned out. Now, our provisional pole set up Pinzo on a lap. What can he do, as he's a very, very talented driver, it must be said. Through the sector 1 split, he is marginally down on his time. So I think Crystal is, no, he's starting a lap. Pinzo is still only half a tenth down as he loses it on the exit of Acqua Minerale. He was fighting the car for a good while there, but he gave in, happening right in front of Banks' eyes. What can Banks do? He is a very good driver as well, taking the curves beautifully on the exit of Acqua, no, not that, Variante Alta. Reloaded is down on his time. Banks is still marginally down. Through the Ravazzas he goes. What can he do now? He can surely challenge for the top positions. He is P5 now. Lockig is purple, 2/10 up. Through Variante Alta he goes. He has set the purple sector 2. What can Lockig do? This is on course for provisional pole position. Through the Ravazzas now. Lockig, he just looks so composed behind the wheel. What time will it be? It's a 15-1. This German Iceman, he's just, nothing phases him. Oh, but his teammate, however, has gone off track. That's not good for Crystal, but he is still minimally P3, so I don't think he'll mind too much, but it depends on how much he was up on his time beforehand. But that should be your qualifying over for Imola. Is it? Yeah, that should be over. Wow. I want to know if Crystal was up on his time actually, because it is easy to make a mistake there, but I think he may have bottled it, but then again, the Aston Martins did get a 1-2 last race in Budapest. But there is your qualifying done. Paul Nadler in P1, picking up another pole position point in Ero Ps F3, followed by Pinzio. Then comes Crystal and Reloaded sharing the grid. P1 may not be what you want in Imola. It's a very interesting one. I think P2, well, I think everyone would agree actually that P2 might actually be better, but depending on the start that Lockyer gets. Reloaded P4, a Banks P5, Fat Neek in P6, which is a good quality for him actually. Pavel Dudek in P7, followed by Mazzy. Lee Webb, the F4 driver, in P9. Jakob Hasse, the reserve, in P10, followed by Pushadino in P11, Edzak in P12, and rounding out the grid is Philip Miller in P13. All the points are available in... Okay, no, I got sidetracked there. I was going to say, all the points are available in the race. This is the one that matters. I just want to double check that it is going to be dry. Should be. Yeah, it's dry. It's not sunny though. It's still overcast here in Italy, but it is still dry. The race is about to get underway. We have no formation lap in Ero because of the buggy game. The lights are coming on now. I've got no audio for some reason. It's lights out and away they go. Did Pinzio get a better start? No, he didn't. Lockig is steamed off. Now his teammate, oh my god, they're 3 wide here. They're side by side, the 2 Aston Martins. Lockig is in P1, Crystal gets tapped in the rear. There's, oh my god, what's that? Oh no, he's spun round. Crystal's been spun round. Oh, Pinzio got caught up in all of that mess. Crystal shouldn't have damage, I don't think. Lockig has absolutely flown away now, as Banks has made a move on Lee Webb, I believe. I need to get the tyres up. It's a very big split of mediums and hards. Wow, okay, I did not expect that start. I mean, turn 1 in him, oh, as Lee Webb goes wide and Dino has to take a bit of a avoiding action. But Imola starts are always going to be chaotic, as I think, is Lee Webb lagging? What's going on here? This Fat Neek is sizing up a move through Ravazza 1 round the outside, or just goes through him. Which probably caught Fat Neek off guard, and Pinzio all over the rear of the McLaren. Pinzio going to get past. Fat Neek not using the ERS. They're still side by side, however, as these camera angles are absolutely tragic. Pinzio's got past Fat Neek, looking for a little look down the inside. Didn't go for it, however. Let's see more at the front. Oh! Banks had a much better Variante Villeneuve than Reloaded. Reloaded still in this Alfa Romeo sandwich. Banks chasing all over Reloaded. I'm very surprised to see this little hard runners actually. I mean, everyone should be on hards. Pretty much regarding what track. Optimum strategy is hard medium. Maybe on very few tracks, medium, starting on medium would be better, as Edzak gets past Fat Neek on the run down to Ravazza 1. Crystal sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Better than the medium runners, which is interesting. I want to check what weather setting this is actually, because it does look interesting. If something happens now... Okay, it's on sunrise. That's not meant to be sunrise. Interesting. None of the drivers have even said anything about the start time. Banks looks to have a poor Ravazza 2 exit, and Reloaded's all over the back of Mazzy, and Reloaded gets past quite easily on the straight. Must be a very high wing difference there, as they are on similar ERS. The Alpine of Pinzio is very close to the Mercedes up ahead. There is a train of cars led by Edzak from P7 to P10. Oh, I just caught the right moment of that as Lee Webb's had a spin into Piratella. Not sure what happened there. I mean, there was another car there. I'm not even sure if it was the Williams or... Yeah, sorry, if it was the Red Bull or the Aston Martin. Pinzio trying to move into Ravazza 1. I think he backed out of it because he wants to get the run on the straight. The Mercedes gets a good exit. Pinzio is using his ERS. Looking for the move around the outside of Tambrello. Dino lets the position go. As then moves further behind, the Ferrari of Edzak is flashing. Crystal gets past Philip Miller, or does he? Okay. Interesting. Dino gets past. Oh, Pinzio. Pinzio's made a mistake. Philip Klimek has made a mistake coming out of Variante Villeneuve. Maybe got on the gravel there and had a moment. Lockig still composed, driving into the sun. I was going to say sunset, but it's sunrise. He's still cruising though, as Reloaded is behind. Philip Miller picks up the first time penalty of the day. I think the stewards will have a look at what happened at turn 1, and the steward being me, so I'm probably going to have to look into that and see what's happened there, as Philip Miller has gone off at Variante Alta. Fatnik going to go for a move on Edzak. See, they come over the atmosphere there. Fatnik makes the move done pretty simply, as he has more battery power than the Ferrari, but the Ferrari is going to come back on the exit. Not much ERS in play. Edzak, the former F4 title challenger he was last season. Had the pleasure of commentating that tier last season. It was an amazing one. Patrick Varga now closing in on the DRS range of Lockig. But then again, Reloaded is on the mediums. If they get an early saved car, say lap 12 maybe, then that's really playing into the hands of the AlphaTauri, or anyone on mediums actually, which is pretty much the whole grid. Yeah, Capace picks up a penalty as well. Banks gets past Mazzy, his teammate. Maybe team orders are in play, we never know. Edzak chasing the back of a McLaren. Fatnik gets a time penalty as well. This is a yellow up ahead. Okay, that's a lapped car, never mind. Maybe letting drivers through. That's not a lapped car, that is Jakopasik having a spin. Dino gets a penalty as well. Reloaded closing in on our race leader. Oh my god, I'm so terrible at commentating. I've missed a move for the lead. Great. God's sake. I don't know, I think maybe Lockig might have let him through. I completely missed the move for the lead. But then again, I think that might have been in the best interests of Lockig to let him through regardless. As now Banks is catching up to Lockig as well. Lockig having superior ERS to pretty much everyone. Everyone that he is battling. I know from first-hand experience that the hard tyres are absolutely insane in this track. I mean, you could take them 24 laps and have no real issues from the start. So if there were to be an early safety car, that's Pinzio spinning. Not a good day for these Alpines. They were looking alright, but they keep spinning. So not so alright. As one of them spun again. That's Pinzio again on, well, the hot tyres, I'm guessing. Edzak is still all over the back of Fatnik's McLaren. Power Dudek soon to join in. That's another 3-second time penalty from the reserve in the Alpine. Let's see, can Edzak get him here? Oh, I don't think so, because Fatnik's just got more ERS to play with. Lockig might go for a move further up ahead. He is very close. Will he try anything up through Toza? No, he won't. Banks just clinging on to the DRS as well. Pinzio speeds in the pits and probably retires in the pits. Yes, he does. Unfortunate showing for the man who could have been on pole position, but was P2. It's unfortunate for him. He did have a lot of pace. Unfortunate with the spins, as Philip Miller has retired in the pits as well. Now finish the race and you will get points. Oh my god, what's happened there? Fatnik's gone wide. Edzak had a time penalty and, well, Edzak makes the move as Fatnik was off track, I think. Jakob Hasse has spun again. I think Vatnik's going to get the Latvian driver in the Ferrari here. Is he going to go left or right? He chooses the right hand side, which will be the outside into Tambredo. Gets the move done before variant to Tambredo anyway. Superior straight line speed from the McLaren. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Reloaded started on the hards, as it would have been a level playing field, but Jakob Hasse has spun once more. Crystal's still in second to last place. No fault of his own. Well, depending on who is at fault at lap 1 turn 1, but like I said, that will probably be under review after the race. Pinzio had rear wing damage. Okay. Rear wing damage in this game basically means that, well, you're going to spin at every corner, so makes the car quite literally undrivable. Speaking of spinning, that is Crystal. Oh boy, that's not what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. There's a... Is there a lapped car there? Yeah, there is. Lockig nearly losing out on the DRS of Reloaded, but the DRS detection point is at it's before or maybe during Gravazza 1, as there has been a yellow flag again for the same driver constantly. Maybe that might be rear wing damage. It's definitely front wing damage from the looks of it, as he very nicely safely rejoins. Not sure what that was. Okay, this is going to get penalised, definitely by me. Not sure what on earth is happening there. Anyway, moving on. We've seen a few people boxing. Mazzy has had a spin, which I didn't catch. A spin or some sort of something that's happened. Lockig nearly making the move on Reloaded. I think the medium tyres are falling off. Mazzy picks up a time penalty. Very, very low chance of a safety car happening with 9 drivers on the grid, and most of them aren't even within DRS of each other. There's only 2 people that will have DRS. That is Vatnik and Lockig, and Banks barely. Fanny nearly losing the car. However, that's two is the Mercedes up ahead boxes, so does Edzak, so does Mazzy. Crystal nearly loses the car as well. Everyone having moments out, just coming out of Ratsa 2. Lockig, Reloaded and Banks miles ahead of the field. As I did predict, that top 4 would have been ahead, but slightly altered, but it's the same idea. There are yellow flags. That is a fat neat spin. Probably was, as Banks has hit the pit stops. Reloaded still out on 15 lap old mediums. Tyre wear not really a big issue around this track, as I did say those hards are incredible. Don't think the mediums are that good, but the hards can last. Well, Lockett can go another 9-10 laps if he wants. Crystal going to go for a move into turn 1. Banks has to concede the position on those cold tyres, as Crystal has a huge snap of oversteer. So does Banks on cold tyres. Crystal not really one with this car. You might have a bit of rear wing damage from the spin or moment we saw earlier. Or maybe some sort of underbody damage or something. Edzak and Mazzy really close together now. Will Reloaded box? Yes, he will. Lockig will just keep going. Fatnik is 26 seconds behind the others. Oh my god, as he he nearly spins. Crystal gonna get the overspeed on Fatnik as Fatnik dips a tyre into the grass there. Crystal down into Ravatsa 1, taking it in 5th. He definitely might have some damage. Or I don't know what that was, maybe taking precaution, but he opens up the DRS. Not much ERS to play around with. Fatnik nearly hits the wall. Fatnik pulls over to the right hand side. Crystal down the inside, a variant to Tambredo. Gets the move done before the corner happens. We've seen a lot of these happen so far. We know we have wise drivers to back off, because going side by side through there is literal suicide. The whole grid on hard tyres currently. Some in better positions than the other. Has Edzak got past Mazzy, or was it the other way around? I think Edzak did get past Mazzy, I missed that. Apologies. Banks is catching up to Fatnik now. Banks, obviously the one who is pitted. I mean, Reloaded pit and came out in P2. Jesus. Lockig staying out as expected. I'm expecting him to pit around the lap, or in the 20s at least. Banks getting past Fatnik. I've missed that again. What's... Probably down straight anyway, not much to look at. Oh, never mind. Lockicker's Pit. That is interesting. If I were Lockig, I mean, I would extend this stint massively, because there's no threat behind whatsoever. You're still being clean air. But, I don't like that at all. I think Lockig should have boxed way later than he has. As reloaded, it should be flying past him. There is the Aston Martin, through goes the AlphaTauri. Gonna build quite a decent gap with the cold medium tyres of Paul Nadler in the Aston Martin. Vatnik has boxed. Crystal probably just hoping for a safety car to happen, I guess. Oh my god. He must have some sort of damage. Banks going to go diving down the inside through Tozer. They're still going to be side by side up the hill. No, they're not. Crystal gets the better exit. Now, Banks is going to choose to go side by side through Piratella. That's not very wise as he does back out. He knows he has a slower driver up ahead. Banks on the exit of Aqua Minerale through to Variante Alta. Will he try and move here? Probably and most definitely not one of the good overtaking opportunities here. He's going to wait till the straight. Mazzy has retired from the session. Is that a safety car? Yes, it is. Crystal is the luckiest driver we have ever seen in the Ero. He gets the safety car. This man cannot be more luckier. No one can be more lucky than this guy. Get him out. Absolute disgraceful stuff. But Mylander is on his side. Michael Massey's come here and manipulated the race. Absolutely disgraceful stuff. Get this out of my sight immediately. Crystal is incredibly lucky here. My god, the German in the Aston Martin is saved by the safety car. His race was down and in the bin, but now it's come back out. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. That's incredibly lucky from Crystal. Absolutely incredibly lucky. Banks chose to go on the medium tyres as well. Very smartly done. But that is really, really lucky from Crystal. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Everyone opting to go for the mediums. Crystal in P4, he's going to be very happy with himself for staying out. Absolute mastermind strategy. It was, well, I say mastermind strategy, it was the only option. You had to stay out for a wait for a safety car. Don't know how it's happened with 9 people on the grid, but well, it has. So well, let's just say the restart's going to be fun to watch, at least. Hopefully we don't get too much drama, but you never know with this grid. Let's see, off the top of my head, some facts about this track. Imola is, or the circuit is located 100 kilometers away from San Marino. I think it did have a chicane at the start-finish straight, which made it even harder for overtaking, as we all know it is pretty difficult to overtake. But they even added another chicane in the start-finish straight way back then. What else? We had Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher battling it out in this track in the race of 2006, I believe. Incredible race that was. I would just remember Fernando Alonso and Schumacher watching the videos, absolutely battling, I mean, two legends fighting. You can you can obviously know what's going to happen. I mean, you're going to get a show, you're going to get your money's worth. What else? This circuit. I'm gonna do a fat neek and say that oh my god, everyone's gonna hate me for this, but like a wise fat neek once said, Ayrton Senna did lose his life at this circuit, so the other drivers don't want to be doing that. What a legendary clip from Fat Neek. But the safety car is underway, reloaded, warming up the tyres. Warming up he's just warming warming the tyres extremely. Jesus, how warm does he want them to be? But we are watching Reloaded on the safety car restart. The safety car has entered the pits just about now. Reloaded goes straight away. He hasn't really caught Lockig out, but he has caught Paweł Dudek out. Now can Crystal make a move, or will it be Lockig to make the move first? Lockig won't be making the move yet. Crystal had to defend from Banks, but also go on the offensive on Paweł Dudek. He's going to choose around the outside. No, he's not. He's going to be patient, which is smart. He doesn't want to rush into things now. He doesn't want to get over his head. His race has been saved, but still there is a question mark if he has damage or not. Banks taking the sausage curves there very aggressively. Ooh, Crystal taking a very different line into Toza than Paweł Dudek in P3 on the hards. Crystal would be screaming right now trying to get past, as he is on much fresher tyres now. They go through Acqua Minerale, Lockig in P2, very close to Reloaded in P1. He's actually going to get run down here through Variante Alta. Reloaded, he uses the ERS to stay ahead. Lockig fakes a move through Variante Alta. Now, ooh, Banks nearly going around the outside through the chicane. That's unorthodox. Fat Neek runs a bit wide, further behind. Now I think we're going to see a lot of carnage on the straight. Moves being flown everywhere through Rivata 2. Reloaded just negative speed through there. Lockig has got way more speed coming out of Rivata number 2. Reloaded has to concede the position, but he's not. He's keeping up the fight. They're going to go side by side through Variante Tambrello. They're still neck and neck, side by side. Crystal moves up into P3, further behind. Oh, they bang wheels, but that's good. That's not bad. It could have been way worse. And Jean Goring in P3 makes the move on Paweł Dudek as well. This is very interesting stuff. Now, what can the second Aston Martin do? We've seen this so many times this season, these lot fighting 1 and 2. The two Aston Martins, someone spun, that's Paweł Dudek spinning. Oh my god. Fat Neek had to take avoiding action there. Now Crystal in urge to help his teammate now. Crystal is on the fresher tyres. He definitely has the potential to get P2, but we cannot rule out Banks neither. Reloaded is already out of the DRS range of Lockig, as we see the cars flying through Variante Alta. Banks using, as he knows he's had a bit of a poor exit, but so was Crystal. We have just about 10 laps to go of this Grand Prix. This race has been brought back to life. Lockig sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. Banks just a bit too far away, same with Crystal. DRS will be on this straight next lap. We'll make the moves. That will make the moves happen. The crucial DRS very overpowered on the long back straight here in Imola. Such an iconic circuit. Crystal locking up a bit into Toza. He does look like he is quicker than Reloaded. Reloaded obviously, as we said before, on the slower tyre. This is a prime example of why starting on the hards will be better. But then again, they both have their positives and negatives. They go through Variante Alta. Banks dropping off a bit. Reloaded having a little snap through the chicane, as they are on literally exactly the same ERS. I'm not sure I like Crystal's line through there. Oh, Banks gets a 3-second time penalty. I was going to say Crystal takes Ravazza 1 in 5th gear. Lockig sets at 117.7, another fastest lap. Crystal with the top end speed. He's going to maybe try something on Patrick Varga. Looks for the inside to feint a move. Reloaded wasn't phased by the fake move down the inside. Maybe next lap it's on. I just want to see. Yeah, no, that was Banks' first time penalty. Banks is still there recharging his battery, waiting for the correct time to pounce. If he can get the chance. I think Crystal needs to get the move done this lap. Oh, Banks has gone wide through Acqua Minerale. Through Variante Alta they go. That corner is so easy to make mistakes. Fat Neat gets another time penalty. Crystal's using to stay within the DRS of Reloaded and the slipstream through Ravazza 1. Now the second Ravazza, now it's full throttle down into Tamburello. Crystal gets the better exit. He's going to make the move on Patrick Varga now. The DRS is wide open for the Aston Martin. Crystal chooses the left hand side, the inside for Variante Tamburello now. And he actually gets the move done before the corner happens. Now, that is how you recover from a race with a bit of luck. Well, a lot of luck from the safety car. It is now the Germans in 1 and 2. Provisionally, 1 and 2. The race is not over till it's over. Maybe Reloaded can fight back. He is looking close to Crystal. Crucial for any of these lot not to get any more time penalties. Oh, I say that's in good timing, but Pushadino already had one beforehand, mainly focusing on the top 3 to not get any time penalties. As Reloaded much more confidence through the chicane. Variante Alta through there. Banks half a second behind. Reloaded half a second behind. Crystal 2 seconds behind his teammate. Missed the composure in P1. Now Reloaded does have more ERS, but doesn't get the grip through the last couple corners there. Now Banks may look for a move in the next following laps. He might actually do it here if he gets the chance. Banks is going to go look to the left hand side. Reloaded covers it off nicely. That allowed them to catch up to the Aston Martin ahead, using their ERS to defend or attack from one another. Through Variante Villeneuve we go. We get the lovely helicopter shot. This is looking close. It's not over yet. Banks may go for the move, but will he extend 3 seconds to Reloaded in these short amount of laps? Pushadino gets past Fat Neek. Banks very close behind. Oh, okay, I know what's happening here. We're seeing beautiful teamwork from the 2 Germans. Lockig has dropped back to give the DRS. Beautiful stuff. We love to see that. Not sure if that's actually the best move, but Reloaded has a moment through Tamburello corner. Turn 3 that was. Oh, Banks has had a way worse moment through Variante Villeneuve. Very big mistake. That's going to allow Reloaded to push. Lockig has dropped back to give the DRS. But Banks is steaming back up, using all of his battery to catch back up to the DRS range. Within that 1 second range, Reloaded goes wide through Acqua Minerale. Obviously doing that and gaining time is illegal, but I don't think that was the case this time. Lockig in supreme control of this race. Banks to back in the DRS. I don't know how on earth that's happened with that massive mistake through Ryan to Villeneuve. Now the DRS trains, or the DRS train has formed. Virtually impossible to make a move unless you've got way more ERS. Lap 29 of 32 here at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Further back we see Fat Nick and Pushadino fighting. Fat Nick taking a very nice line through there. Will he dive it down the inside? No, he won't. Smartly done. We're going to move back onto the top four. Oh, Fat Nick decides to well, he didn't decide to, he just went wide, as that was the better option in that scenario. Now we're going to move up to this top four, sorry, once again. But there's nothing much that can be done. Maybe the mediums are wearing off more than the hards at this late stage. Crystal nearly overtaken his teammate there. Not sure Lockig would have been happy with that. The gap is closer than I thought, actually. I don't know if... Okay, Lockig's just not using his ERS, fair enough. Power Dudek is pitting, maybe for the fastest lap. That is cheeky, that is. He's going to take it off Lockig. Lockig probably going to get taken off of 27 points. Yes, Power Dudek has pitted onto the softs for the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and in P8 that's not a bad shout actually, due to the low amount of drivers we have today. Banks still chasing down the Hungarian of Reloaded. The gaps are much closer. Banks gets another time penalty. Oh no. As well, DRS trains again. Not much can be done. I think Lockig may need to have another go at fastest lap. Fat Nick has got past Pushadino, and they touch on the penultimate lap. Very unfortunate. There is a collision between the Mercedes and the McLaren. Oh, Crystal's had a massive moment. We couldn't really see that from the onboard cameras there. The offboard cameras, my apologies. And Reloaded has barged his way through. Banks is going to come back as well. This is not good. This is panic stations for the Aston Martin. He did make a mistake there. Not what you want to be doing. Lockig is slowing down to give the DRS once more. Reloaded. Oh my god, this is going to be incredibly close. But I do think Reloaded may get the move done. Please don't make a collision, boys, please. This is the final lap of the Grand Prix. Reloaded chooses the outside line. Crystal's going to go down the inside to defend the position. Oh no! Reloaded spins. Reloaded has gone round. Reloaded has gone round. Oh my word, what have we seen? What have we seen? Oh my god. I was nervous watching that. I can't imagine what the hell the drivers were thinking in that moment. On the final lap for P2. Oh my god. Crystal. Let's see if he makes another mistake through Aquaminarale. No, he doesn't. This is clearly going to be a consolation if Banks gets past. Paweł Dudek does set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Banks does have that 6-second time penalty. Unlikely to be removed, but wow, we move to Lockig, pole position in qualifying. Now in the race, he's led pretty much every single lap. Lockig Lauk Paul Nadler wins in Imola. Crystal gets P2. It's a Deutschland 1-2. Amazing things from the Aston Martin, but we're gonna see. Oh my god, we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the reports channel. Okay, this one's gonna be a very spicy one indeed. I don't know what to make of that. Obviously, I can't make a judgment of that without seeing anything so far. Wow, okay. Whew. Let's all take a breather there. As I do like to do interviews, I'm gonna offer interviews to the top 3 currently. Let's see if they join the interviews, but oh my word, what a last lap to the race. Wow, oh my god, I don't even know what to say to that. Top 2 have agreed to interviews. Banks politely declining. That's all good. Let's just run down the grid order. Paul Nadler in P1 with pole position, that is 26 points in the RO, followed by his teammate Crystal in P2, Banks in P3, followed by Reloaded in P4, Edzak in P5, followed by Pushadino, Fatnik and Paweł Dudek, the ones who have finished, and you have the DNFers down here. Now, let me invite these 2 into the party. Bear with me. I have added them to the party. Crystal has joined. Can you hear me? Okay, we're gonna... Yeah? Oh yeah? Okay, I'll invite your other one, yeah? Alright. Let me do that. Okay, we're gonna wait for Crystal's other account to join and then we'll start the interviews. Lockie, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, let's just wait for Crystal's other account and then we'll get going.
Okay.
There you are. You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, we'll start the interviews off in with Crystal as he finished P2. Now, after turn 1 and after your spin later in the race, did you expect a P2?
No. Actually, the turn 1 incident wasn't my fault. I couldn't do anything other. I got hit in turn 1 and then no way out. And the spin, it's a joke. This game is a fucking joke. Oh, I can't say sorry. I was on the curb and my car was completely destroyed. I will send a clip after that. It was hilarious.
Okay. Now I've got another question actually.
I left enough space. I
Okay.
left enough space.
Let's how do I ask this? Okay, when you made that mistake, were you
Just
panicking? The one on the last
no,
or second to last lap? No, you were composed.
no. I was calm, pretty much, because I know I was faster.
And then
And Paul
turn one.
wait to get that I am getting his DRS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did like that part. I did like the Aston Martin teamwork there. More so German teamwork there. I'm definitely sure it's communicated in the party chats. But okay. You said you left enough space. We'll see if it gets reported.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna
I thought
move
it could.
on.
So.
Okay. Well, I'll be looking at that later on. I'm gonna move on to Lockig. I mean, what can you really say? I mean, pole position, race win. I don't even know what to ask, to be honest. You led every lap, I think. Dominant display. It's fine. You still dominated. It's all right. I don't even know what to ask. How was the race? Boring?
Yeah.
A little bit after the safety car, after overtake reloaded. Then yeah, but before that, so to keep behind reloaded with his mediums was sometimes really difficult because I had some corners some problems, but so yeah, but it was it was the best race, but still okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy that one too. I've got another question for Krista actually. Did you have damage of any source?
No.
Oh, interesting. You had a lot of you had a lot of oversteer and a lot of corners.
Yeah, because this track is unfortunate, I would say.
Basically, you're calling the game trash, but you know.
I don't want to swear.
Without swearing, but we'll accept it. I think I'm gonna end the stream off here. Actually, I'm gonna say that PS F2 is in 40 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Crystal, you racing in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I might as well, if I'm allowed, obviously.
No.
Tomorrow on Sunday we have Ero Ps F1 at 4 PM UK time and PS F1, the big guys, racing at 6 o'clock UK time. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye now. Feta Hugensons.